I really ever focused on race until I went to school, to be honest, because for me the norm is to celebrate Chinese New Year, to celebrate Deepavali, and to celebrate Hari Raya. And then when my mom's sister, like my aunt, got married to a Christian, we celebrated Christmas too, you know. So it was never something that was weird to me. I still remember this incident was when I was talking to one of my friends and I was just telling a story that happened at my grandma's place, and I was like, yeah, because I call my mom's twin Tai. So I was just like, yeah, so my Tai did it, and it was just like, huh? What's that? And I'm like, Tai lah. And then for me, it's like so common knowledge. Like, what do you mean you don't know what's a Tai? You know, like it's what you call your aunt lah. And they'll be like, no, we all call our aunt Mak Long, Mak Su, Mak Ngai. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I have a Mak Long, I have an auntie, but I have a Tai. You don't have a. I asked myself, you don't have a Tai ke? You know. So at that point, I think I started to realize that, oh, so my family background, my family dynamic works very differently from a lot of other people I know. When you had to tick the racial thing, I really hate that until now, you know. I'm so tempted to tick others even though like I'm written as Malay in the paper. I'm just like, but I'm not Malay though.
To be honest, I do tick others.
Oh,
I put Indian Muslim because that is my race.
Oh, Tata and Popos not like, it's a different language, because for us all the languages are so mixed, because yeah,
everything
like,
looks the same.
even back in school, like especially I noticed Chindians who don't look Chinese or Indian, they look Malay, they struggle fitting into just as much. I also know of a lot of interracial marriages where one parent or the other completely assimilates into the culture, and then the child doesn't really get exposure to the other culture, and it's a bit sad when that happens, because then they don't really actually get the same exposure. And for me, that's why I say like, I'm very blessed to be in this family, because my dad never stopped me from learning about the Chinese culture and Indian culture. A lot of people can tell that we come from an interfaith marriage, interracial marriage, yeah, family. The minute they start talking to us, because they say we sound different, that means.
My background is very simple. I've been staying in KL, in an area called Kampung Cepaka. It's a Chinese village. Very strong Chinese community. So I've been living there since I was young until I got married. My mom is a Chinese, is a Hainanese. My father is a typical Indian. But I think during the process, after getting married to my mother, my father actually blend with the Chinese more compared to Indian. You cannot find any Muslim there. No Muslim. It's basically Chinese and Indian. My neighbors, all my friends are Chinese. I grew up with Chinese friends. I hardly have Indian friends too. One or two lah. This Chinese area that I'm staying in, right? Even when I got to know my husband also, he will not dare to go in to that place to fetch me.
Yeah.
Because the Chinese society there is so strong. If they ever find a Malay guy go inside there, they will feel that it's like
awkward.
Very awkward. Yeah. Something is very suspicious. During dating, of course lah, you will be bound to meet someone that my parents know of lah, or family relative lah. So my uncle lah, basically, my uncle met us lah.
Okay lah, I was sending her to the bus stop.
So
while we were waiting for the cab, actually, we were waiting for the cab. Then her auntie and the uncle came. They were very fierce. The uncle was with the helmet, was holding the helmet. He didn't say anything, but the auntie did all the talking.
My auntie says that you Malay or Chinese? You Malay or Indian? So I'm a Muslim. No. You know the parents don't like Muslim. Don't like Muslim. That time, because I know that time I don't think my parents knew about this relationship. Only my uncle, you know. So after that, you know, the parents don't like Muslim, you know. So you better not And then yeah, I expected lah. I had a whole lecture from my father, but he didn't hate me, but he says that he is very angry. He is very angry, but he has not reached the stage to hate me lah. Then he says that in his family, in this family, nobody is going to marry a Muslim. Final, full stop, period. There's one night I came back from work. I was very tired that day, and then after that my father just confronted me and says that you still going out with that guy, right? It's either you break off totally, you don't go and see this guy. Even my father asked me to quit the job too. or you move out from the house. Then my mother was crying. My mother was crying very badly lah, you know. And because I was brought up in the family, I never even moved out from the house before. I never leave the house. When I was in my when I was studying, right, I've never been to you know, those hostel, boarding school. Never. I've been with my family the whole time. I've never left my family. So my mother was saying that, why did you do all this and create so much of problem in the house? This family has never been this kind of, you know, has never suffered this kind of pain before. You are giving so much of pain to the family, my mother said. Then my father was very persistent lah. It's either you stop the relationship at all, totally, you quit the job, you go and find another job, or you leave the house. But I don't know what happened to me lah. I told them, okay, fine, I'll leave. I said I leave. Then my auntie offered that you come and stay with me for the time being. I don't know whether my mother asked her to brainwash me or what, I'm not too sure lah. But I stayed with her lah because I got no place to go, so I was staying with her lah.
Auntie, I said, this is not the way how it is. I said, I'm in love with your daughter. I don't plan to leave her. Even though I get married to her, it's not a marriage of a two person. It's going to be a marriage of two family. I said, of course, I want to have a mother-in-law. I want to have a father-in-law if I marry her. And of course, when I have children, I want my children to have a grandfather and grandmother. Especially, I don't have a father anymore, so my children don't have a love of a grandfather. I told the mother.
I feel very bad lah as a daughter kan. Very bad. But I just couldn't make them understand. And then at the same time, I cannot let him go. So I really felt that I'm going to collapse at that time, you know. But I think the love is too strong for me to let him go. But I know my mother. Till the end, I know my mother should ask me to come back. I got the instinct now. My mom should ask me to come, because we have never been separated since birth until now. My father actually quit his job in one of the company, and then he went and worked with this uncle, the restaurant in SS2, which is the same road as our office. So my father was working there, and then after that, this owner, this uncle was very close to my uncle. He told my father, you know, this guy that you say you didn't like this guy, right, with your daughter. Actually, he's a very nice guy, you know. You should give, you know, you should actually give a chance to him, you know, to get to know him better. Because he has been taking breakfast here every day. Every morning he will be here taking breakfast, and I observe him. He's a very nice guy. Put aside the religion lah, you get to know him lah. You see how he is. Then I think that uncle helps a lot lah.
So when the Deepavali I went. Then of course the biggest skeptical was the food that they're going to serve us. The mom was very observant, and I just eat all the food, the rice. In fact, I asked the auntie, you know, the mother, to tambah the nasi and things like that. So the mom was quite surprised. She was asking my wife, how come he's a Muslim can eat rice in our...
Can eat in the house lah. I think that's an eye-opener for my family. Because why? Before this, they always had this thinking that the Muslims are so rigid. They wouldn't come and eat in the house. But right after he came to the house and then he eat like normal. My mother served all the food.
They tried their best lah to
serve halal food.
The festivals helped us a lot lah.
Yeah.
After that, Chinese New Year, because I think by now we celebrate all the 4 festivals. And we managed to also make them understand the difference between the Muslim and the Malay. Because they always will emphasize Malay, Islam Muslim as Malay.
And then the wedding day kan, the whole area, the whole area was crowded with my mother's friend, my father's friend. I'm so happy because why they actually came for the wedding. You never thought that they be so receptive towards us, you know, towards him.
We were blocked because of course they came without the tudung and everything. Dan masjid punya orang, ni mana boleh tak pakai tudung? So I pulled that guy aside. I said, I'm marrying a non-Muslim, don't do this. I said, so what you want me to do? No, at least ask them to close.
My father wants to go in, so he said he can go in, he has no issue. Then after that, my mom and my sister said, no, we will not miss this. This is the most important part of the wedding. The sister offered, I have telekong lah, you know, if you don't mind wearing this one, just the top part lah, right? So if you don't mind wearing this one, then maybe you can wear this and go in. Yeah, sure can. This is the first time, of course that's the only time lah. I saw my sister and my mother walk the Lukum and went in to just witness our akad nikah, the solemnization.
But I think I gather all these things. The beauty about this is, despite whatever the races or the religion is your daughter, is your family members. That's why you willing to do to that extent. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law will make sure that the food is halal and things like that. They put a lot of efforts.
For so many years, right? They have been choosing only halal place to eat.
And the beauty about Malaysia is that we will have all these multiracial restaurants.
If you go to see this restaurant, we thought we are the only family. You can see there are other family even more mixed than us. After I got married, I became a Muslim. I didn't lose the touch of having close relationship with the Chinese. I never had the problem. I didn't lose that touch at all. I can mix with both. Now I can mix with both Malay and Chinese, the Muslim and Chinese so easily now. I can just meet up with a Chinese friend and say, start talking Cantonese, like, even though with tudung, something different about me. Before this, I was not wearing tudung, now I'm wearing tudung. So I meet up with my friends, Chinese friends, and they don't have this different perception towards me, I can speak to them like normal and they feel like, oh, it's still the old Shamini. You know, nothing changed. This is how I portray myself, nothing changed. I can change appearance, but I'm still the old Shamini. What I understand from my parents now is they say, regardless of what religion you are, all religion teach you how to be good, not to be bad.
My parents, they never stopped reminding me of how lucky I am to be a part of a diverse community, and I think I'm blessed in a way to grow up in a sense in a very diverse family because I really know no boundaries in a way. Like, I never made race a reason to not be friends with a person. I never made religion a reason not to be friends with a person. I've always been someone that was like, I was able to look beyond race. I've never been the person to go like, oh, she Chinese she Indian You know, that didn't matter to me because chances are whatever race you say that person is, I have like 1/5 of that in me anyways. I believe that like ignorance in a way stems from the fact that you don't know anything, right? That's what ignorance is. So you can't expect the society to change overnight. But I really believe that by educating and spreading the awareness, that's how you make the change. It will maybe take 10 years for you to explain to one person how something works. But if it takes 10 years and it happens anyways, then you did something right in a way.